had a very tough childhood. Every time I think about it, it just feels like I'm watching one of those movies of the year. You know, the ones that leave you crying, the ones that make your chest feel heavy, because somewhere you know it's real. Sometimes I even wonder if I actually experienced this, if this actually happened to me, or it was just a nightmare. One of those you just wish you never experience again because it has all felt so real. One day I was sitting on the lawn with my best friend near our university campus. She had her guitar and she loved playing while I was singing. As we sang and played the guitar, an ominous feeling deep inside me stirred, suffocating my lungs and disrupting my balance. I started getting dizzy and I could not breathe. It's like my body was telling me that something was wrong with me, something I've been suppressing for too long. I told my friend I didn't feel good, and so I just left and went for a walk. As I was walking around the campus, I went to a riverside next to it to just watch the sunset. I was listening to Lana Del Rey and just staring at the sun setting. It felt comfortable. It felt safe. Until the sun set and the sky became dark, leaving me with my intrusive thoughts. I had experienced that before and I hated it. Mostly because I never understood what caused it or how to stop it. It would come out of nowhere. Then I would just get so overwhelmed that I'd start crying for no clear reason. And somehow that would make me feel better. But the confusion and the questions always stayed. Who am I? What is wrong with me? Why is this happening to me? At some point, a screening in my head began, and I was able to watch the movie that I was talking about. It was more of a series with many episodes and seasons, where each episode was just flying over my head for seconds. It was blurred, the sound was off, and I was so confused. I kept watching till the end, and by then I was trying to connect all the episodes, which felt like a huge puzzle with over thousands of pieces. It all felt real and I couldn't stop it. All of a sudden, those episodes just started slowing down and getting clearer and somehow easier to understand. Then there was that one with its sound on. A sound that makes you tear your ears apart, so you don't have to listen to it. A sound so painful for your ears and mostly for your heart. That's how I knew that episode was somehow different from the others. It was a key episode. Not only was I able to be there as a bystander, but also as the main character, my younger self. I saw a man's face. His eyes were filled with so much anger inside. Fear was all I could feel. right before he applied the first blow to my face, followed by the words, "How long will I need to deal with you, you little piece of shit? And how many times should I beat you to become a human being?" Back then, I thought I was the monster because I wasn't sure what it was like to be a human being by my father's standards. Now I know the truth. I was not the monster.
What do you think you're doing? Are you kidding me? You must be stupid. You stupid kids need to learn a little respect.
You didn't mean to, Dad. Now calm down and stop yelling at me.
Don't tell me to calm down. I'll make you regret that. Now get out of my face, you stupid little punks.
Screaming. Another hit. Kick. Pushing to the wall. Throwing on the ground. Screaming. Words coming from a monster rather than a father. I felt like trash. I was there, but I couldn't do anything. I could only watch, trapped in silence, as the pain grew inside me. My friend found me collapsed on the ground, like I was paralyzed, screaming, "I don't want to. I don't want to go back. No." She was even more scared than me. And I cannot imagine what it's like to find your closest person in such a condition and not even knowing how to help them. You don't even know if they're dying or going through something you've just never known.
It is closer until July, and I know that you love.
For a long time, I didn't even know how to explain this. Even when I tried, it sounded unreal. Like something people wouldn't believe. So I kept it to myself. But years later, I started understanding. I realized that what I went through was not normal. It was not something a child should experience. And most importantly, I realized that I was never the problem. Yes, I experienced a panic attack for the first time in my life. And I know how everyone talks about panic attacks and how bad they are. But they are very dangerous too. To me, it felt like a dark place where you get lost and you can't find your way back. At that moment, I was under something else's control, something inside of me, something I was unable to fight against. I was there physically, but not mentally. I was screaming and talking, but not responding to anyone or anything. It's like my consciousness was locked out of my body. I was sitting across a river that was 10 feet under where I stood. And not being conscious at that moment could have caused me to fall into the river and lose my life. I was lucky to have my best friend, and I was lucky to have her there at the right time. She didn't even know what to do, so she just laid next to me, hugged me, and held my hand tightly. Sometimes they're not random. They're memories, flashbacks, they're pain, they're voices from our past that was just never healed. And sometimes they're the voice of a child who was never heard. And this was the voice of my inner child.
That's why the grass, I jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing.
3 years later, my movie continues on. This time, I get to decide which characters play and how the story ends. And I fought a lot to get here. But I didn't fight alone. And This was the key for locking the door of my past, knowing that I'm not there anymore, knowing that I'm no longer alone in this movie.
Turning to something beautiful. And you know, for you I'd leave myself dry. For you I'd leave myself dry. It's true. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And all the things that you